You began your campaign last week on Meet the Press with what I have to say was just withering criticism of the plan passed by the Republican House to replace Medicare with government-subsidized private insurance. And let's listen to what you said last week.
Do you think that Republicans ought to buck the public opposition and really move forward to completely change Medicare, turn it into a voucher program where you give seniors some premium support and so that they can go out and buy private insurance?
I don't think right-wing social engineering is any more desirable than left-wing social engineering. I don't think imposing radical change from the right or the left is a very good way for a free society to operate.
So then you go on television and you just totally retract that. You said, I made a mistake. Well, you sounded awfully certain when you said it. What happened here?
Look, if you go back and replay what David Gregory asked.
Well, I did.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, if we listen to his words, he doesn't say, how do you feel about Paul Ryan? I like Paul Ryan. He doesn't even say, how do you feel about Ryan's budget? I would have voted for Ryan's budget. He said, should Republicans pass an unpopular plan? And I made the mistake of accepting his premise. I wasn't referring to Ryan. I was referring to a general principle.
Well, I know you said you weren't even talking about Paul Ryan. You told Rush Limbaugh the same thing. But listen to what you went on to say in this interview with David Gregory. Here's part 2.
So there are things you can do to improve Medicare.
But not what Paul Ryan is suggesting, which is completely changing Medicare.
I think that is too big a jump. I think what you want to have is a system where people voluntarily migrate to better outcomes, better solutions, better options, not one where you suddenly impose upon you. I'm against Obamacare, which is imposing radical change, and I would be against a...
So there you are. You were talking about Paul Ryan.
And I said, I think Paul agrees, that the plan can be modified. I would modify it, frankly, to start much earlier than he does. But I'd modify it in a way that would move in the direction he's going. He and I are on the same side in that conversation. Obama's on the opposite side of that conversation. And I think that's an important thing to keep in mind.
Well, is what you're saying then is the Paul Ryan plan is not too big a jump. You said it's too big a jump. It's too radical. You're saying now it's not too radical. It's not too big a jump.
I think it is a big plan that needs to be worked through with the American people.